What the hell is going on? Oh my god. Shut up. I don't know what's going on with my turntables. Ugh. Man. Oh well. Here we are. What's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, also known as Audrey Alquinva, and you are listening to another Why Run podcast live. Yes, today is January 16th, 2024. I'm getting at you guys in the early evening. And yeah, hopefully everything goes all right. I actually have some clips, man, that I've been hanging on to since I think the 7th of this month. And yeah, I was going back on my bookmarks and I was like, man, I really wanted to talk about these. I guess just get your opinions and your reactions, because you guys know I'm gonna be giving you guys mine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sit back and relax and watch the show. I do have video clips, right? But before we get into the twits, right? Like you guys know, I react from Twitter X. Yeah, so I actually have a video of my own, right? If you guys didn't know, I do deliveries. I do Uber Eats, Grubhub, food delivery. I do, I used to do grocery delivery. I mean, I guess I kind of do now still with Walmart, just depending on the size. Like, I don't like to take like huge quantities of gallons of milk or gallons of water or even like cases of water. Yeah, I just, it's not worth it. I actually tried to do Walmart delivery, like grocery delivery, and I swear, like, this person ordered like 37 items, and the second one that's added onto that one, they were, I think it was like almost 20 items and no tip, and they were expecting you to accept those two grocery pickups for $8. I was like, excuse me? It was like 2 gallons of milk, like 2 cases of water, and I was like, nope. And one of them was actually going to an apartment, so yeah, you can miss me with that. But anyhow, yeah, and I also do Amazon Flex, Amazon deliveries. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that. See, how come these, I swear everything's like not going right. This is so strange. So let's do this again, shall we? Now it won't play. Now it's just stuck. What is going on? You know what? I think I need to clean my computer. Word. So yeah, this is what my Amazon Flex deliveries look like. So yeah, if you guys are following me on Instagram and TikTok under my KissCut handle, KISSKUTT, yeah, you'll see me do these deliveries, and people are kind enough to leave sodas and snacks and stuff for all of us delivery drivers. So yeah, if you guys do this, yo, shout out, man. Like, literally, like, you guys are a fucking bomb for leaving us snacks and drinks while delivering your packages, your food, your items. Yes. But yeah, so yesterday I did Amazon Flex, and I did it today too as well. It wasn't really worth it. I know you guys hear me say this all the time, like, yeah, 60 $60 for, oh my gosh, how many packages did I have today? I think I had like 24 packages, like 24 drop-offs for $60. I suppose it was okay. I actually met up with my parents in a certain area where I was delivering, and they actually helped me do some drop-offs, so that was really nice. And yeah, we had a really nice time. Let's see. My first drop off was to a. No, that was yesterday. Yesterday, when I went to do a delivery, it was to an old folks home, and I typically don't like to do those because they're always like in a building, right? And it's always hard to get in. Like you can't go into the building unless like you know somebody, or if there's somebody at the desk. But for the most part, they let you in if you like show ID, or if they see that you are wearing a Amazon vest. So but yeah, in that case, there was nobody at the door. There was nobody at the receptionist. I seen guys in there, and they were like doing construction, but one of the guys saw me, and he was kind enough to open the door, and I was like, oh, thanks a lot. But before I approached the door, the instructions said that I had to call a woman by the name of Annette. And so I called her, and I was like, hi, I'm Audie, dropping off your Amazon package. Where can I leave it? And she was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not home. And we just got into like this whole conversation of, how I'm going to get into the building. Cause she was like, oh, well, maybe you can just walk in with somebody. And I was like, yeah, some people don't like that. And, that's when the guy had let me in. And I told her, I was like, oh, I'm inside the building. But the guys were working on the elevator. Like, she was like, oh, yeah, I'm on the 5th floor. And I was like, is there any more elevators? And she was like, no, that's the only one. And so the elevator switch, all the wires were hanging out of the wall. So I was like, how the hell am I gonna, get up there? And she tried telling me that, oh yeah, there's like stairs at the end of each hallway. And I was like, there's no way I'm hiking up 5 flights of stairs. Not doing it. Hold on just a second. I had to cough, excuse me. So I looked at the guys, and I was like, I need to go up like 5 flights of stairs. And so they were like, oh yeah, we can bring the elevator down. And I said, yeah, cool, do that. And there was a gentleman that got into the elevator with me, and yeah, he was pretty nice. He was like, hi, and I said hi. And then the lady was still talking to me on the way up, and dude had to get off on the 3rd floor, and then I had to get off on the 5th. So I wished him a good day. And she was like, oh yeah, there's like a clip on my door. You can just clip the package there. And I told her that, yeah, I clipped it, and there's another box package. Just be careful, picking it up just in case it's heavy. And she's like, oh yeah, I will. So we had like a delightful conversation. And let me tell you, I spent 25 minutes at that one location talking to this woman, trying to get into the building. And then I had to wait for them to operate the elevator. And, it was just, it took a while, because we're only supposed to spend at least like 2 to 3 minutes dropping off a package and then leaving the location. So yeah, I was like, oh my God. And see, that was yesterday when I was by myself. So yeah, so shout out to Annette. And today, let's see, the first shout out goes to the dude at the USPS postal place. I had ordered like a bunch of clothing, and they were like too big. Like they were, oh my gosh, I don't know their sizing. It was just crazy. But it was a huge box. Like I ordered a bunch of clothing. I think I ordered like $600 to $800 worth of clothing. I'll just say 600, something like that. But I was able to purchase everything for like almost $60. So yeah, you can kind of, yeah, they're just lying to us, right? They could just make anything. Like, honestly, they're probably worth like $10 whatever, right? And then they just slap on the tag like, oh yeah, this sweater is like $90. So you really think you're fucking special when really they just purchased a $10 whatever, and then they just like ironed on their logo, right? And then just say that it's $90. But anyway, I already know. Okay. But yeah, so I threw everything back in that box, and I printed a return label and everything. And then so this morning, before my shift started, at 11:30, but I was out of the house earlier than that. So the first thing I had to do was drop that box off at the post. And I'm lugging this big box in, right? And shout out to the guy that held the door open for me. He was dope. And told him thank you. And then I looked past the lobby doors, and there was like a long line, and I was like, I am not about to try, but I went around. This man and this woman, they were talking. I thought they were customers. And I was like trying to see if the big box will fit in those things, the barrel, and that you can put numerous little packages in there, and then with one lift of the thing, you know what I'm saying? So I was like sizing that up, with the box, and I was like, okay, that's not gonna fit. And then I was walking past the people, and the guy was like, oh, would you like me to take that? And I was like, hey, funny. And the guy was like, no, for real. He was like, I work here. And I was like, no, you don't. And then he was like, yeah, I do. And then the lady was like, yeah, he does. He's actually out here helping me. And then the guy, he pulls out his badge with the retractable thing. He was like, here you are. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I'm just dropping this off. And he was like, yeah, I'll take it. And then he actually like takes a box, and then he goes back to the door, and he had like a little door wedge, and he was like, oh, you ladies have a good day. And I was like, yeah, you too, you have a good day. So I actually jumped the line. So I was really happy about that. So shout out to the USPS dude. And then I had another package to drop off at UPS. And it was a return for something I bought on Amazon. It was like one of those clear films for your cell phones, right? And it doesn't work. It just doesn't. I'm not even gonna get into it. I was hella frustrated. And so I had to jump on the freeway, go down a couple miles, and then just walk in. Dude scanned my phone, the QR code, and yeah, that guy was pretty nice too. So I was like, how are you? How's your day so far? And he's like, oh, I just started and my day's going pretty good. So I was like, all right, cool, me too, like I'm having a really good day. And then so, he did his thing and, got my receipt, and I said, continue having a good day. And he's like, yeah, you too. And so, and then from there, I drove to the warehouse, and I was quite frustrated, actually. Like, I had like 3 very heavy packages, and this is what I noticed, right? I noticed that when, let's say, I think I told you guys that if I get a package that's really, really heavy, I will not take it. I will take it back inside the warehouse and say, I'm not taking this. This is too heavy. And so they take it off of my route. But what happens is that, remember how I've been complaining that like, oh, all the numbers and all the packages get scrambled and shit? Yeah, I noticed that when I take every single package it doesn't fuck with my numbers. So if I were to return those 3 packages that were really, really incredibly heavy, it would have messed up my entire route. It just would have. So I was like, you know what? I don't want that issue because it is a pain in the ass. It just is. So I'm like, all right, I'll just take these. So and my dad, he's my muscle. He's my Superman. So when they jumped in with me today, my dad was helping me carry the heavy packages to the door. And you know what is so cute? I had an extra Amazon vest, and I was so happy that I left it in one of my bags that I keep in the car at all times. I was like, you have to wear a vest because I don't want to get reported, like some Karen or somebody through their security cameras being like, oh, the driver came with some weird guy, and I don't know if he was a worker too or not. So I made my dad put on a vest, and I was like, Dad, you look handsome. He really does. And maybe one of these times I will post a picture, because I took a picture of my dad with the vest on, and he looks so handsome. So, but yeah, he helped me today. And let's see, who else did I wanted to give a shout out to? That was the guy at the UPS store. Oh, I put lady around the corner. So, I had this one drop off, and I've done, ride share, food deliveries. I've done I've worked for an electric company, which, had a route. So I'm very well aware of nearly every city, like in the outskirts of Phoenix, right? And so when someone tells me a crossroad, I pretty much know what's in that area, right? So I was looking at the map, and it said like, oh, you got to deliver to this apartment, and this is apartment, whatever. And I looked at the crossroads, and I was like, there's no apartment complex there. And so when we went there, it was telling us that we had to go through a church parking lot, and there's like a building right there, but there was no building. And I was like, I'm wondering if this is to the old folks community. And all day today, I've been delivering to old folks communities, And again, I would like to not deliver there, because it's always hard to access the community, to access the building. So I was like, oh my gosh, I think it goes to that building on the other side of the brick wall. And my dad's like, oh, I think it's just, you're supposed to drop it right here. There's a trailer. And I was like, no. It was like, there was like an RV in a lot. But I was like, I don't think so. I think it's over the wall. So I'm looking at the map on how to get into the complex. Thankfully, there was no like security. There was no gate or anything. We could just go in there. I parked. And I had to continue on foot because this building was like way in the back in the corner. And of course, it takes more time, more effort. But whatever, I was happy that it was just a 1 level, not a second floor. So I scanned the package, took it, and I was on my way. And I see this woman just come out from around a corner walking towards me. And I was like, hi. And she was like, hello. And then I said the apartment number. And she was like, oh, right around the corner. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. And then we were about to pass each other. And then I said, yeah, the GPS was trying to tell me to jump this wall. And then she was like, oh, no. Like, she started laughing. She was like, oh, no, I don't think so. That's a very bad idea. And I said, right. So shout out to her. She was very funny, good sport. So I dropped that, went back, and hold on a second. I am not exercising my lungs. Every time I take a deep breath, I feel like I got a cough. But the last shout out that I got is the lady with the walker. She was actually parked at that same drop off. And when I got to my car, she was getting things out of her car right next to mine. And she was just waving at me and my parents. And my parents are like, hi. And so, yeah, it's just little gestures like that. That's it. Just little gestures like that. It makes the job so much better. Like, I know I complain about traffic. I know I complain about people cutting me off. I know I complain about, people being on the third, second floor. And, I'm just not here for it. Or, just all the extra shit, right? But just show a little appreciation, and it makes our jobs more enjoyable. Like, it makes us happy for all the effort that we do. And I just wish people would just wave, say hello, thank you, just something. And most people can't do that, man. And that's what sucks. It sucks when people just, when they don't do it, when they act so entitled. And it's just like, man, like, why am I even doing this for people that don't appreciate? It is a letdown. And I could say this, honestly, is that if people like couldn't tip, right? If they just came out and met me and like, oh, thank you very much, like, it does make the trip. It just does. And I know we can get into those like, oh yeah, tips, tips are good. And with Amazon, they don't allow us, or they don't allow the customers to tip us. They only do it for the holiday season. Like, if you want to tip your driver like $5 or whatever. But it's so fucked up how they don't do that all year round. And they're like the number one online retail, right? They're so fucking, anyway, don't get me started on that shit. But it does make us happy. It just does. And let's see. I should have put it on here. I didn't. But what Amazon allows is for our customers to give us compliments. And so it says, I'm going to read you my compliments. 29 people said I went above and beyond. 37 people said I was respectful of property. 27 people said I was friendly. 41 people said I was on time. And 47 people said I delivered with care. So, yeah. See, things like that. Like, let us know how we're doing. And talk to us. Say hello to us. Like, leave us snacks. Even a bottle of water, like, it's like you're considerate and you care, right? But anyway, shout out to the lady in the walker for waving at me and my parents. It made my parents feel good. It made me feel good. It made me smile. And I wish everybody the best that were very attentive, that were very nice and friendly and helpful, just willing to, go the extra mile. Like, the guy taking a huge box, like, that was a big thing for me, because I had somewhere to go and I had to be there on time. He didn't have to do that. He could have just let me stand in line with that big box or just watch me walk out with that big box. So, just if it's just something like that, do for other people. Like, hold the door open for people. Say please and thank you. Talk to people. Smile at people. But some people think that they don't have to do all that. And that shit just, that shit pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I know for others, they don't care about that shit. And I oftentimes I wonder why. So let me see what's going on here, because I don't know. Everything's not working out for me today. Well, on here, I mean, everything's been good, right? Everything's been good. And I wonder why. Okay. See, don't even do it. What the hell? This thing is not my friend. Okay. Alright, so shall we get into the twits? I think we should get into the twits. See, everything is running slow. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it on your end. Pretty sure. Okay, so we are on the twits. Okay. Oh my god, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Okay, so here's this video. I'm not going to play the audio, but as you guys can see on your screen, is that there's a, she looks like a very young employee, and that move was sick, yo. Alright, but, there's this chick that's just on her phone, like, la la la, like, I don't know, like, not even, oh my gosh. Well, anyhow, the captions say, all this because she got fired and wanted to grab her belongings. Now, they were, the tall guy, well, both of them, they wouldn't let her in the back. Ooh, and the motherfucker threw her. Man, she got a few licks in. That's so fucked up, man. Like, oh. But, yo, why? I don't know what the fuck they're so afraid of. They won't even let her. Yes. Man, she jumped the counter. Pretty slick, man. I fucking hate people that, like, they don't even try to, like, help. But, yeah, that's so fucked up. What, I mean, they should, you know what? They should have said, all right, if they really didn't want her in back of the counter, they could have just told her, like, hey, like, tell us where you put your stuff and we'll grab everything. We'll grab all of your things for you and we'll put it right here on the counter. Right? But I can understand her being, like, upset or whatever, especially motherfucker, like, in the red shirt, just, like, threw her down. Like, why can't she get her shit? And the only thing that I can think of is maybe they think or thought that she stole something and she hid it or put it along with her things. You know what I'm saying? Like, all she had to get was, I don't know, that's just... See, this part I don't like. Like, the way he done threw her down. Yo. Honestly, I hope she fucking sues. Right? But, I don't know. It don't look good on her either, though. I don't know. That's all fucked up. I don't want to. But... I hope she's okay, and I would like to know what she got fired for. And I was reading the comments, but nobody was saying anything. So, I don't know. I probably have to read more on this. So, yeah, I would like to know what she got fired for. But, man, this... this girl could fight, man. The way he threw her down and she got her ass back up, hell yeah. Shit, man. Alright, moving on. And I'm telling you guys, and I let you guys know on every show that when I show videos, I will have links posted. But here's another one that was fucking crazy too, yo. This one was at a McDonald's, and it has to do with a child. So there's a little kid in back of the counter, and he just like threw a drink at the cup at a worker, and he gets his ass on the counter, and somebody, a bystander, just pulls his ass down and off the counter, and then he he. Let's see this shit. Check it out. Yeah. And then he just opens the door to the restaurant and then just shoves his little kid out. Where the fuck are his parents? Man, I don't understand how parents allow their kids to have temper tantrums like this. Cause a whole ass fucking mess. And I like how the dude just casually just shoves his kid out the door. Yes, I support. Oh my gosh. These fucking kids, man, they just think that they could just do whatever the fuck they want in public and think nothing's gonna be done to them. Man, fuck out of here. Okay, the next one. Oh, yes. This is very satisfying to watch, and the more that I watch it, the more I want to like do this job. But they are okay. Well, the caption says, "No wonder these are hard as fuck. Excuse me, to get back in the bag. We never stood a chance." So these are sleeping bags, and they put them in those little bags, right? And he just slips it on, but look at how, the machine is the one that compresses it. Like tight as fuck. Look at that shit. Getting all the air out, right? And then he just casually... And see how he had to like nudge that shit off of the fork? Hell yeah, that's hard as fuck, man. And those little bags are cheap as fuck, small as fuck. You ain't never gonna get that sleeping bag back in that bag. But it was satisfying to watch. And you know what satisfies me watching is those where they color the taffy or the silicone or the wax. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Like it looks like not really the taffy puller, but where they colored the taffy. Yeah, those are very mesmerizing. But this is what reminds me of that. But I'm like, shit, who the fuck is gonna get a big, large ass sleeping bag into that little thing without having to do this? Oh my god. Yeah, they're playing us. They're playing us. Oh my god, this is disgusting. So, they're making out, looks normal, she's pretty, he's attractive, and he says, "I'm literally sweating so badly." I'm reading the captions, by the way. "Oh, I never want to do that again. What I do for YouTube, oh my god." And then she says, "I think you're gonna have to quit YouTube after this." Oh my god, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my gosh, let's...
So badly. What was that like?
I never want to do that again.
What I do for YouTube?
I'll let you guys listen to it by itself.
How was that?
That is disgusting. He said his sister. He was making out with his sister. Oh my god, that no. People are regretting watching it. How could you do? He's like, all the things I do for YouTube. No, you've been wanting to make out with your sister, bro. You've been wanting to make out with your sister. Oh my god, are they like half siblings or something? Because that's the only thing that would kind of make sense. I don't know. Or adopted sibling. I mean, that's just no. I don't know. Yeah, I have no words. Okay, moving on. Okay, this last one is I couldn't believe this. Check this out. There's a dude laying on his side, right? And his like where his shoulder blade is, I think, it's like it's just going in and out like a heartbeat. I don't know what bro did, but I was reading the comments and something about a cracked rib. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this, okay? And yeah, I'm not the best reader, so if I can't pronounce something or read something, you guys know what it is. Links will be dropped. But it says, this is a life-threatening medical condition resulting from blunt force trauma. It occurs when multiple ribs are broken into or more places, thus creating a flail segment. In this video, the flail segment can be seen moving in the opposite direction to the rest of the chest wall during respirations. The underlying lung typically suffers from localized bruising or pulmonary contusions, which can result in a significant disruption of gas exchange. Then it talks about treatments. With prompt diagnosis and appropriate therapy, prognosis is clearly good, and most patients make a complete recovery. And I was reading, what did it say right here? It says 10 to 15 of the patients die even after care, usually from other complications. And someone asked what I wanted to know, how were his ribs broken? So, yeah, and honestly, he looks like he's on a boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he has his shirt off and I don't know. It just, and you can kind of see like the water. I think, is that water? Like an ocean, maybe a lake. I don't know. But he does have. I don't know if you guys. I don't think you guys can see my cursor. But yeah, there's like two scratches. Like one where his shoulder blade is, and then one on his side. So I don't know how the fuck he broke his ribs. Ooh. That's pretty bad, homeboy. Ooh, take care of yourself. And I wonder when this happened. Yeah, I don't know. That shit is pretty wild, man. Man, I swear, people, they just don't care, man. They just don't care. That's just wild to me. Oh my gosh. But anyways, that pretty much wraps up everything in today's show. And yeah, I'm gonna try to make it here on Thursday. And what is Thursday? Thursday the 18th. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. If I can't make it, then I might just go ahead and do a pre-recorded video. I have a lot going on, yo. It's just been such a stressful weekend and week, and yeah, I just need to keep working, man. And every chance that I get, I try to wrap up some topics and stuff. But yeah, I don't I don't know what's going on with the music here on my end too, so that's kind of very frustrating. And it's just it's just been rough, man. It's just been rough. And I'm gonna try to keep a positive attitude, just keep going. And if you guys are going through it too, being stressed the fuck out, man, everything's gonna be okay. All right. So but yeah, I will try to make it here and be with you guys, chill with you guys on Thursday, January 18th. But either way, I'm going to post something on Thursday. Did I say the 13th? Did I say that? I don't know. 18th. On the 18th. So yeah, I will see you guys right back here on the Why Run Podcast Live. You guys have a beautiful week. And yeah, protect yourselves. Don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And I will talk to you guys on Thursday. Talk to you guys then. Peace.